TVIB has recently updated our Subchapter M notifications requirements for a variety of compliance events. Hi, I'm Lauren from TVIB. In this presentation, you'll hear from Jeremy and Caleb as they briefly review the times when owners, managing operators, auditors, and surveyors must provide notice of activities to TVIB and the Coast Guard and highlight the recent changes.
All right, the notifications portion. Here's just an overview. This is available on the portal under TPO Notifications Marine Casualty Reporting page. So that's where you'll be able to find this new Subchapter M notifications document. But we'll just go through it section by section. TVIB's 24-hour response line, again, is 888-983-TVIB. It's for TPO customers, auditors, and surveyors needing immediate assistance or to satisfy any reporting requirement noted on page 2 of this document. If you call the 24-hour response line, please be prepared to indicate whether the issue is urgent or non-urgent. Urgent means it's an immediate assistance needed regardless of the time of the day. Non-urgent is a callback from the on-call staff person within 24 hours is acceptable to you as a response from TVIB. Requirements for marine casualty reporting have not changed due to Subchapter M, so you'll make sure that you still follow the marine casualty reporting requirements in 46.4.05 TAC 1. The company shall comply with all reporting requirements as stated in the CFR. TPO oversight of marine casualty reporting, TVIB may request a copy of the 2692 and any related incident investigation reporting if required to do so by the Coast Guard. Any follow-up will take place at the next occurrent management or vessel audit. If a 835V is issued with an action code of A on any deficiency to be cleared to the satisfaction of the RO, the owner, managing operator, or the designated person should email a signed copy of that 835 and make the call to the 24-hour line to make the initial report. Whether the vessel has been issued a COI or not, the person reporting the marine casualty can request the TPO be allowed to clear one or more deficiencies on the 835. So the customer has the option to request that the Coast Guard allow the TPO to clear these deficiencies instead of having it cleared by the Coast Guard personnel. All emails regarding 835 should be sent to notifications@thetvib.org. It's very important that these are sent to that notification inbox because all on-call personnel have access to that inbox. So if it goes there, it'll get addressed as quickly as possible.
Don't just send an email. Make sure you call our 24-hour line, follow up. Like Jeremy said, the big thing is if you send it to me individually or Jeremy individually, and we're out sick on vacation or maybe otherwise, doing something that really can go into the wrong place and not get addressed. It could be missed. Having in notifications there, again, multiple staff have access to it. Send an email and then follow up with that call to the 24-hour response line.
If you come across an unsafe condition is a major nonconformity that's observed on board a vessel or an incident that would cause the owner, managing operator to request a permit to proceed. For surveys, the owner, managing operator is to notify the OCMI. It's an audit, the auditor will notify the OCMI within 24 hours of discovery. For TVIB notification, the owner, managing operator, or the auditor surveyor is to notify TVIB within 24 hours. And again, it's done through the 24-hour notification line. For major nonconformities, which is a nonconformity that poses a serious threat to personnel, vessel safety, or to the environment, it requires immediate corrective action. Internal survey and internal audits, there's no requirement to the Coast Guard. For external audits and surveys, the auditor or surveyor will notify the OCMI within 24 hours. The owner or managing operator or the auditor or surveyor will notify TVIB, and TVIB will make the notification to the Coast Guard for internal surveys.
If you are out doing an activity and you think there may be an unsafe condition or maybe a major nonconformity, but you're just not sure, you're on the fence, trying to make a decision, call us and talk about it. Don't just put yourself in there, force yourself to make a decision on your own. Engage more people, and we'll be glad to try to help you out and give you our thoughts on that.
If the company has to have a permit to proceed, the owner or managing operator notifies the cognizant OCMI in the zone where it occurred, and any OCMI and any other zones that the vessel will transit to make those repairs as necessary. For TVIB's notification purposes, the owner, managing operator, or the surveyor will notify us within 24 hours. For excursion parties or temporary extensions or alterations of route, the owner or managing operator or the master will notify the OCMI at least 48 hours prior to. TVIB does not need to be notified on this. For certificate of inspection, issuance, renewal, and amendment, of course, the issuing authority is going to know about it. The owner or managing operator or the designated person submits a copy of the COI within a week to TVIB. If you're going to put a vessel in laid up status, this is where the owner or managing operator surrenders the COI to the OCMI and requests that the vessel be removed from service. If you're going into laid up status, notify the OCMI and surrender the COI. For TVIB, email the letter from the OCMI regarding the laid up status as soon as possible. If it's in laid up status and you want to bring it back to service, the owner managing operator schedules certification with the OCMI at least 3 months before the vessels undergo inspection. And again, that's submitting form 3752 to the OCMI at least 30 days prior to the scheduled inspection date. And email us confirming 3 months notice to the OCMI along with the vessel name, official number, and the COI inspection date scheduled.
On the laid up returning to service, when you take a boat out of layup status, you're starting fresh and new. It's as if the boat didn't have a COI before because you've surrendered it. You're just starting from scratch. So don't forget that you're not going to rush through the process to get a COI if you've got a boat coming out of layup status. You still have to do, by regulations, 3-month notice to the OCMI to schedule the date. And then no less than 30 days from the inspection date, submit the 3752. Don't think you're just going to submit the 3752 and a survey package and think you're going to have a fast track to a COI because a boat used to have a COI.
Open findings on corrective action plans, whether it be annual surveys, external audits, or dry dock ISEs. You don't have to notify the Coast Guard, but an email to TVIB with the finding number, date that it was confirmed closed, and any objective evidence if we require it should be emailed to the audits at tvib.org. And the importance of closing the open findings notification is the TPO oversight coordinators, but they're starting to reach out because they enter that stuff in the missile when we send them the reports. And so it's staying open unless they get notification that it's been closed. So
those of you familiar with this Subchapter M notifications document, you're seeing some new things. And you'll see where the laid up status vessels, that's very important. That's new. Make sure you download yourself a copy of this document, read it again to make sure you're on task with what the requirements are.
External audits, whether it be a management or a vessel, the owner managing operators notify the OCMI 72 hours prior to the audit, and then the auditor is to submit the online booking notification. For a credit dry dock or ISE or an underwater inspection in lieu of dry docking, for the internal program, the owner or managing operator will notify the OCMI prior to commencing activities. And it's very important that it's done prior to commencing activities because if it happens afterwards, it's likely not going to be allowed to be used for credit. So they can't put it up on dry dock for routine maintenance, complete the work, and then call and request that it be considered a credited dry dock or ISE. If it's the external program, there's none required. As far as TVIB is concerned, the owner, managing operator, or designated person, or the external surveyor is to notify us prior to commencing the activities.
To access the online booking notification, log into the portal, select the Dry Dock ISE drop-down page. Scroll down the page to the booking notification link. Follow the form.
Non-credit dry dock, there's no required notification to the Coast Guard, but the owner or managing operator is required to notify TVIB upon identifying that hull repair is necessary. Any portion of the fuel tank, if they're going to, any repairs that cross 2 or more frames, or any inserts greater than 324 square inches. And then again, make sure that the online booking notification is submitted. And that is all that I have over the Subchapter M notifications requirements for TVIB and the OCMI.